Hey everybody, Christopherodd here, and welcome to game number 7, day number 7. We're about 25% of the way through our 30 games in 30 days challenge, where I'm playing old games, new games, silly games, fun games, games I've never really played before, or haven't played since childhood. Today I'm playing Slay the Spire. I went through a practice run, very first run ever, about an hour ago. And when I finished, spoiler alert, I did not win, but when I finished, I verbally said out loud, I said, "This is awesome." Talking to myself. Yeah, it happened. A little embarrassed, but it's fine. I talk to myself all the time anyway. So, Slay the Spire. Guys, what is this? This is a deck-building, roguelike game where you're acquiring cards and relics as you go and defeating enemies. Lots of different little mechanics and intricacies in the way that the cards have different synergies together. I think the best way to get into it, if you've never heard of it, is just to show you, and you'll kind of figure it out as we go pretty quick. There seems to be a lot of nuances that are going to be way over my head for right now, but I'm going to try my best to kind of figure out how things are as we go. So let's do one here. I just unlocked Daily Climb, I guess, because I just did a standard approach for the first time, because this was locked previously. But let's do a standard and embark on a quest to slay the Spire. No big deal. This is new as well. This character, the Silent. I went in with the Ironclad earlier, and I don't know, the main difference here, so HP, 80, gold 99, 70, gold 99. But I guess this passive, so at the start of each combat, draw 2 additional cards. So you have more flexibility with which cards you can play. And then this one, at the end of combat, you heal 6 HP, so you're always kind of constantly boosting up your HP. So I think I'm going to go here. I'm still a beginner. This will be literally my second game of Slay the Spire. So, let's go in as the Ironclad. This game is like pretty much all RNG. What cards you find, what relics you find, which enemies you run into, and all that kind of stuff. Greetings, I am Neo. What is this now? Choose a card to obtain a random common relic, lose 50% of your current HP and gain 250 gold, or lose your starting relic, which is our healing, and obtain a random boss relic. Ooh, interesting. Since our deck is so small right now, I think I'm gonna choose a card. So, we've got Body Slam, deal damage equal to your current block, draw 9 damage, or deal 9 damage, draw 1 card, or gain 2 strength at the start of your turn, and then at the end of it, you lose it. I'm gonna take this one. 9 damage is quite a bit, and being able to draw an extra card, I'm happy with. Okay, so the way that this works is you have these different paths that you can choose. You have to choose a starting location, and then you go through and try to get to the top. Sounds easy. It's apparently not. Just as a quick review of the legend, so if you run into a question mark, anything can happen. There's merchants where you can spend your gold. There are treasure rooms where you can find relics and gold. You can rest where you can heal or upgrade a card, either or. You have enemies that you're gonna fight, and then you have elite, so like bigger like boss type enemies, which I think you generally want to avoid unless you're trying to get certain drops, would be my guess. So if I'm to look at this, I'm seeing, okay, where can I dodge the elites, you know? And I could start in either one of these sides, come up this way, go in here, come around this side, and then kind of to that path to avoid as many of these elites as possible. But then you have to decide, okay, do you want to take more random rooms, or do you want to take a room that you know what you're going to run into? And probably early, it would make sense to take stuff that you know what you're going to run into. Merchants early probably aren't that valuable. I guess it depends. Really depends on how much gold you can get before you get there. So, anyways, let's do this one. So there's a little bit of variety. We see some unknown. We see some enemies. Let's rock and roll. All right. So I'll try to explain what I know of these mechanics, and it's going to be pretty basic. But these guys are each going to attack for 7 and 5 damage respectively. When they take attack damage, they're going to roll up and gain 3 block. This guy's going to roll up and take 4 block. Now, I don't think that's going to cancel their attacks out. So what I could do is I could gain 5 block to kind of counter some of this damage. And then I could even do, like, this bash. Actually, I can't, because this costs 2 energy. So I could do 2 blocks and then 1 strike. The interesting thing about this for me is that each time you play a card, it goes down to this discard pile. This will get reshuffled into your hand when you exhaust your current draw pile. Okay, so let's get some damage in on the weaker one. So he's now rolled up into a ball. He's still going to attack, but he gains that block because he took that damage from curl up. So we don't have any more to do. We'll end the turn. We discard any cards that are left over, and then the turn plays out. All right. So what are they doing this time? He's going to inflict a negative status effect on us. He's going to attack. So if we could kill this guy, that would be ideal. We could do 9 damage here and then 6 for the kill. That would work. But he'll curl up and get block. But I think we can actually go straight through that with the rest of our strikes. So let's do this. Yeah, we should be able to get through here. And then block against, like, a negative effect isn't really going to do anything. So if we take this guy out, we don't take any damage, and we're laughing. Now that we're out of our draw pile, these should all come back in. So we are weakened, which means our attacks are going to deal 25% less damage for 2 turns. All right, sounds good. We could probably just kill this guy with 2 straight-up attacks, even though we're dealing less damage. And then we get our heal at the end, so we're full health. At the end of each room, you find loot, be it gold, and then you get to add a card to your deck as well. So, let's see. Sword Boomerang. Deal 3 damage to a random enemy 3 times. So 9 damage, but to a random enemy. Deal 4 damage and apply 1 vulnerable to everything, which means they take 50% more attacks. Or, you can just deal 5 damage twice. It's interesting because I don't know the long-term implications of the cards that we pick early on, and because it's very RNG dependent. But there probably are some really cool combos. I think I'm just going to go with efficiency right now. For 1 energy, I can get 10 damage. I am okay with that. Let's take this. Now, you can see the size of your deck up here. You can go back to the map anytime you want. The deck size is kind of important because if you fill your deck way too much, you're not going to get any of the good cards that you want. So you kind of have to keep that in mind. Anyways, let's go to the next room. You fall into a puddle that's made of slime goop. Frantically, you claw yourself out over several minutes as you feel the goop starting to burn. You can feel goop in your ears, goop in your nose, goop everywhere. Climbing out, you notice that some of your gold is missing. Looking back to the puddle, you see your missing gold coins combined with gold from unfortunate adventurers mixed together in the puddle. So you can either gather it and take a little hit on HP, or you can lose 34 gold. I'm going to actually take the HP hit because we regen it pretty regularly, and then when you rest, you can potentially regen it as well. So let's do this. Feeling the sting of the goop as the prolonged exposure starts to melt away at your skin. You've managed to fish out the gold. All right. Cool. All right, let's go to another random room, see what happens. It's a fight anyway. All right. So what's he planning to do? So he's going to go for 11 damage. We can block most of it. Now, I'm going to deal this pommel strike, and I could probably have argued with myself that I should have done this earlier. I should have done this first in the turn, because then I'd get that extra card just to see what happens. The challenge now is that if we play this, the card that we draw is going to be useless anyways. So I don't want to exhaust more cards that are in the deck. Instead, I'll just take I can't even do the bash. I could just fully block his attack, but I'm going to take the 9 damage. Not sure that that's the best, because now we lose out on this strike card until everything gets shuffled back in. But early on, I don't think it's a huge issue. You also see some potion slots up here. These are different things that we're going to find out in the wild. that we can just use in addition to our cards in these fights. Okay, so he is intending to block and use a buff. So let's just get as much damage in as we can. All of our cards are super basic right now. There's a daily mode as well, which means there's like an updated challenge every single day. That would be pretty cool to check out. Okay, so he's got increased strength right now, and he's going to attack for 14 damage. He's also got 6 block, which means our attacks aren't going to do a whole lot. What we could probably do is, let's try and block as much of this as we can. And then this is going to deal 5 damage twice, which means we're not going to get a lot done. But it's more than what the strike would do, and I can't afford the bash, so we'll take that little bit, and then we'll block. We'll take 4 damage from him. Not the end of the world. I'm sure a lot of you guys know this game, like, inside and out, and maybe what I'm saying is, like, you're like, are you nuts, bro? But I'm trying to explain for people that don't know the super basics. And I've probably exhausted the super basics at this point. Okay, so let's pommel strike. I think we can just kill the guy, actually. Yeah, we can just kill him. Alright. We're gonna regen a little bit, which isn't bad. Take a new card here. Oh, Perfected Strike. Okay, so I got this in my first run. This seems really good. It deals 6 damage, and it deals an additional 2 damage for all the cards in your entire deck containing strike. So all those basic strike cards makes this thing super, super powerful. So I'm gonna grab this. And because our deck size is so small right now, it means that we're gonna get to use it way more often, so that's cool. Among the stone and boulders, you notice an intricate large blue statue resembling a wing. You find gold spilling from its cracks. Maybe there's more inside. So there's an option here. You need a card with more than 10 damage, which we don't have. Remove a card from your deck. Lose 7 HP. There's not really a card that I'd want to remove right now. Sometimes you'll get cards that are bad for you, and then you'd want to probably remove it. But we're just going to leave. The statue makes you feel uneasy. You walk past and continue onwards. All right. So we have our first merchant. We have 202 gold to spend. Let's see. We have a card removal service if we want to get rid of anything. But let's see what else is in here. This isn't bad because it's free. That's really nice. Every time you play 5 cards in a single turn, deal 10 damage to all enemies. That seems really tough to do, considering you only have 3 energy to start. What else do we have? 3 damage to a random enemy 3 times. 4 damage and apply vulnerable, so they take more damage. Enemy loses 2 strength, and then you get rid of the card. Now, exhaust removes the card. It doesn't get shuffled back in. Removes it until the entire, like, end of your combat. 8 block is really good. Whenever you lose HP from a card, gain 1 strength. Man, that's pretty good, too. These are actually both pretty nice. But we don't have a lot of cards that are going to cause us to lose HP. So let's go shrug it off. And I guess it was on sale. Let's take a block potion. I don't know why that one was so cheap. Maybe it's just a random one. Gain 4 plated armor. I have no clue what plated armor does. Maybe it can't be removed. Maybe it's like a longer version of block or something. Let's do it. Let's experiment. I don't know what we're doing. We'll figure it out. All right. Okay, so now we can either rest or we'll be able to upgrade one of our cards. Since our HP is decently high, I think what we'll do is choose a card upgrade. So we can heal for 30% of our max HP, which is more than what we would need, or we can upgrade. And I think we're going to upgrade the Perfected Strike. So instead of doing +2 damage for all of your cards containing strike, we're going to do +3. So this card's just going to get out of control, and because we don't have a huge deck, we'll be playing it pretty regularly. Oh, what do we got here? Hello. Hello. Gain energy on the first turn of each combat. Oh, nice. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. Okay. Not bad. Now, this is an elite. I'm going to try and dodge him. As you come to a dead end and begin to turn around, walls slam down from the ceiling, trapping you. 3 faces materialize from the walls and speak. Forget what you know and I'll let you go. I require change to see a new space. If you want to pass me, then you must grow. Remove a card, which you don't want to do. Transform a card. So if we're like... I guess it just means if there's anything in your deck that you're like, I'm not really using this, we could change it to something else. Or we can upgrade a card. Let's see what transform does. Whoa, okay, so it's like totally random. Okay. I don't want to do that on like cards that are good. So let's Can I back out of here? Oh no, I've committed. Once I choose it, it's like that's it. All right, I guess we're gonna transform. Let's do, we wanna keep all our strike cards for perfected strike. Let's do a block card. I thought we could maybe just check it and back out. We should have done an upgrade, but either way, this is fine. Burning Pact, exhaust 1 card. What did that say? Exhaust 1 card, which means it'll be gone till the end of combat, but then we get to draw 2 extras. Seems alright. Satisfied the walls in front of you, merge back into the ceiling, leaving a path forward. Alright. Treasure, thank you. Self-forming clay. Whenever you lose HP in combat, you gain 3 block next turn. That's huge. That's really good. Alright. If I go this way, then I'm going to have to face an elite. So we kind of want to dance around that. And we'll take this leftmost path. And then we have rest right before here, so we could probably heal. But we're going to have a lot of fights here. So let's rock and roll. Cultist. Alright, so he is going to use a buff. That's fine. Let's get... There's 2 ways to look at this, in my opinion. Because we don't... Oh, I guess we have the 4 now. So it's actually not bad. So we can use... yeah, that's really good. That's really good. So our first turn can be super powerful. So we will use Bash, apply 2 vulnerable, so they take... they're going to take like 9 damage from each of these. Just pretty insane. And you can see, so... One of the really nice things, UI-wise in this game is, like, you can see the base of this card is supposed to do 6 damage. When you hover over, it changes to the 9 because of the buff that we just got. Or I should say the debuff to him. So he's already super low. Incantation. Alright, so what's he got going on here? So he's going to attack for 6. At the end of his turn, he's going to gain 3 strength. Look at this, though. Oh, God. Look how much damage this is. This perfect strike thing is insane because of all our strike cards. It's like, he just is dead. That's amazing. That's so good. All right. Now, we don't have to add cards here, but... Look at this. Can only be played if every card in your hand is an attack. That's really good. It's really good, but it's so situational. Like, we have, the vast majority of our cards are attacks, but the chances of, like, not getting a skill in there is pretty low. This is nice, too, because this could combo with... Where's this one? With Bash. So we play Bash, then we play Drop Kick, and then we have to get them in the same hand. But we do the Bash, then we do Drop Kick, we gain an extra energy, and we get to draw a card, so if anything's like 1 energy, we could use it. Or Uppercut, deal 13 damage for 2, apply 1 weak and apply 1 vulnerable. See, this I like because it's guaranteed. These are both very dependent on having those other cards. However, we're pulling 5 cards every time. The chances of getting both of those cards in there isn't too terrible. I'm gonna try it. Okay. Thievery, what's this? Looter steals 15 gold whenever it attacks. Okay. Okay. So we've got, man, this lantern is huge. That's really good. So I want to block this damage. He's going to steal gold for me, it seems, but I didn't see a lot of merchants between here and the end, so I don't even know if that really matters. It doesn't really matter, I don't think. So we want to block this. We can't really apply vulnerable, but this might get us the combo. If we get lucky. We don't get it. So this is still 5 damage, which isn't terrible, but it's not amazing. I think we'll defend and block everything. And then we could deal 16 damage between these two. It's probably our best. All right. Now, in my first run that I did, there were some cards that let me pick things from our discard pile to put back in and, like, put back on top of our draw pile. So you kind of manipulate what you're drawing a little bit more. But, I don't seem to have a lot of those this run. Not yet, anyway. All right. Not bad. So he's going for 10 again. See, now we have the vulnerable if we want it, which is still good. We only need to deal 28 damage here. This would be 9, this would be 17. Actually, if I went with this, so I could do the bash, and then this would go pretty well, but then we're gonna take 10 damage. It's tough. What else do we have in here? We get to draw 1 card. Cards are sorted by rarity, so we don't know which one we would draw. But if we got this, we would kill him straight away. But if I do this, then I'm foregoing the extra damage from vulnerable, right? So do we play it safe or do we take a risk? We're gonna heal at the end of the turn, so let's go for it. Now, this would deal 13. Which is good. We get to draw a card, but it's going to be immediately discarded. So if it's this Perfected Strike, I'm going to feel really bad. Otherwise, we're going to guaranteed get Perfected Strike next time. So I think we don't really want to waste that. And what I'm going to do is... I should have, like, kind of thought that through. And those are the little intricacies that I would have to learn if I'm going to play this more often. But let's just block, reduce a little bit of this incoming damage. Whenever you lose HP in combat, gain 3 block next turn. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, that's really cool. So he's gonna go for 12. Now we have Perfected Strike, which is, like, just gonna destroy him. Alright. I think we played that alright. We're up to full health. Oh, we get the gold back. Nice. Snecko Oil. Become confused, draw 2 cards. What does confuse do? Whenever you draw a card, randomize its cost. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. I think I'm gonna... This 8 block is really nice. But this Thunderclap, guaranteeing that everything is vulnerable, would be pretty good for this drop kick. It'd be kind of neat to do that. Let's try it. All right. We're cruising. Spore Cloud. So on death, applies vulnerable to me for 2 turns. This guy's going to attack. This guy's going to buff. Exhaust 1 card, draw 2. Here's my Perfected Strike. I could just delete 1. So I think we do that on the one that's going to attack. Now, we are vulnerable, but he's not attacking us yet. And I guess I apply vulnerable to him. And then strike. All right. One of the questions I have is, how do the runs scale, like, over time? Does it always start at, like, the same base difficulty, or is it based on the character that you choose? I'm thinking it might be based on the character, but... Okay, so can we just kill him? Is the question. I think we can deal 14 damage. 9, 6. Yeah, he's gonna die. All right. All right, we're cruising. Don't get too confident. Don't get too confident. Here's another one. Essence of Steel, gain 4 plated armor. But it looks like I'm not gonna have space, so I can't even take it. We don't know how this works, but I'm gonna apply it at the boss and hope for the best. Maybe I should do... Maybe I should discard this and get 2 of these. The problem is I don't know exactly how it works. And this randomize could help us, because it could be lower. You know? I think we'll keep it. I want to learn how these things work. All right. Any other cards you want to add? Deal 7 damage. Shuffle a Dazed into your draw pile. Dazed are unplayable status cards. So that would take up a slot. That's not terrible though. It's a free 7 damage, and we can't often exhaust all of our cards. But this is good. Place a card from your discard pile on the top of your draw pile, so we actually get to pick. That's good. Let's take it. We'll skip the potion, I guess. Plated... Yeah, I don't know how plated armor works. We have to skip it. Alright. Let's keep going. Okay, so... we can do... This guy's going to attack. We could probably kill him, though. Oh, he's going to roll up and take 7 block. Which means we would need to deal 12 damage straight away. And I think because this deals damage twice, the second part would get blocked. But if I deal 9, he's going to go down to 3. So I would need to deal 10 after that. And I could maybe pull that off and still block. We're not going to get the benefit of getting the draw, but I want to get as much raw damage done as I can, I think. Or maybe we do this. Now we'll do the headbutt damage, so we get to pick. Oh, it just put the only one that was in there back. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay. So it did it automatically. And then we can kill him, and we might as well block. All good. This is probably so basic. This is cool, man. I'm really digging this. This is really cool. All right, so I'm going to take the block and draw the card. So we have 8. We're going to essentially defend all of this. I could do the other one as well. I might as well. Just to negate any damage. Maybe that's a bit... That may be a bit too defensive, because I could have dealt 12 damage to the guy. But at the end of the day, we don't take any HP. Although, you could argue you want to be around like the 74 out of 80 because of the burning blood. So... And then here we go, Perfected Strike. Man, when that comes up, it's the best feeling. Alright. Our deck's in a pretty good spot. Oh, look at this. Offering. Lose 4 HP, that's fine. Gain 2 extra energy. Draw 3 cards. So if you get that, that's really nice. But then you can only use it once in combat, right? Alright. And I think you get it back at the end of the fight. Okay, so he's gonna do a negative status effect. He also splits, so when he gets to 34 HP, he'll split into 2 smaller slimes and cancel whatever attack he's doing. I ran into this guy last time. But I don't think I can get 34 HP out here. Maybe with vulnerable. And all of our attacks. Got him. So now he's gonna split. Which kind of like is a dispel for everything. So it'd be really nice if you could take him down at the very beginning in one go, right? So look at this now. I'm gonna lose 4 HP, draw a bunch of cards. Self-forming clay gives us block. Oh, that's so dirty. That is so dirty. It's awesome. All right, Perfected Strike to almost kill one of them, but deal 5 damage if the enemy is vulnerable. Oh, if the enemy is vulnerable, we get that extra energy. So we kind of want to do this to apply vulnerable. Right? So then I do this. Get more energy back up. Go Perfected Strike over here. And... yeah, I don't... is that the right play? I don't know if that's the right play. Because I could... obviously, we could kill this guy. You know what I think I'm gonna do? So I go Perfected Strike here, so we kill one straight away. Actually, let's keep him there because he's got the vulnerable for next turn. We'll kill this guy. So I'm gonna go Perfected Strike, and then I'm gonna go Headbutt to kill that one, and we'll bring Perfected Strike back to the top of our, pile here. So we're gonna get it back next turn for a guaranteed kill on this dude. I love this. This is like... this is really, really good. It's really good. Alright. Fire Potion. I've kind of just been, like, saving all these potions. We're not in any dire straits here until we get to the boss, so... I think I'm just gonna keep them. And forego the fire damage. Although this is a free 20 damage that doesn't cost any energy to use, so... that's a hard one to pass up, but... power through. So what are wounds? Unplayable status cards. So this is like a dire straits situation. You add 2 wounds to your hand. Unplayable cards that can negatively impact us. But we get 15 block. Or, deal 8 damage. Every time this card is played, increase its damage by 4 for this combat. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. We'll skip the potion. Alright. Now we can rest. We're full HP, so we might as well upgrade something. What do we want to upgrade? We've got 19 cards here. What would this one do? Draw 5 cards. That could be an absolute game changer. 12 damage. Oh, look at this. It increases damage by 8. That's so cool. That's so massive. If you get that 3 times in a round, it's huge. And against a boss, I think that's probably plausible. Bash is kind of nice. So you get vulnerable for 3 turns. It's a tough call. Let's go with Rampage. If we get that often, then we get to keep stacking it, and we have that other card that pulls from the discard as well. All right, here we go. I made it to the boss last time, my first time ever. However, this is a new thing. It was not this boss last time, so I don't know what this guy's gonna do. Oh yeah, look at this. Okay. So we can't make anything vulnerable. But what I'm gonna do is get this Rampage going. 8 damage, that's fine. We don't know what he's doing. That scares the hell out of me. I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do Headbutt here. So we get that other card back in. I could do Burning Pact. Where is that card? Bash is 2, though. I was gonna say I could do Burning Pact to exhaust a card and then draw 2, which would guarantee that we get it. But then I couldn't play it, and it would be discarded. So... should we do armor yet? I guess we should wait until we see if it's going to attack, right? But the fact that it's all question marks makes me very concerned. It's very scary. Alright, let's just do basic attacks. If this guy always stays question mark... oh, here we go. So he's going to attack for 7 damage 6 times. That is... not good. That's 42 damage. 42 damage. That is really bad for me. What could we possibly draw here? The Shrug It Off would be the best one that we could draw here. But I think I just have to go with this, and we're gonna tank a bunch. Oh, hold on. Let's do this. Plated Armor. Gain 4 block at the end of your turn. Losing HP from an attack reduces plated armor by 1. Alright, let's drink this as well. Block as much as we can. So this is gonna stay on us, but each attack he does is gonna reduce it. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's start stacking that bad boy up. And then, I don't really want to waste a card, potentially, but... let's see. Because I really don't want Perfected Strike to come in, and then we can't use it. So I'm just going to deal this damage for now. Oh, nice. It even... okay, cool. So, like, all things considered, that's not so bad. And then with the clay and everything, not bad. So he's gonna do a negative effect and attack for 6. So we have the block already, which is pretty nice. We have Perfected Strike. So I think if I do this right now, we lose 4 HP. We gain 2, oh yeah, no, this is good. We get 2 extra energy. So then we could do Thunderclap for vulnerable. And we get to play all of our cards. Actually, we even get to play... well, we might even get better ones. Yeah, let's do this. So we're gonna block him. This is gonna apply vulnerable for 2 turns. But this one's cheaper, but this one does more damage. And his vulnerable lasts for 2 turns. So we could play Bash. Then I could play Perfected Strike, which is gonna do tons of damage. And then we could play, like, Twin Strike. Right? The other alternative is we go Thunderclap for 1, which is going to do 4 damage. Then we do a ton from Perfected Strike, just like we would have done here. But then we have Twin Strike, and we would have Strike, which would deal additional damage. But I think having the extra vulnerable is kind of nice. So let's do that. So it lasts a bit longer. And then, yeah, we're blocking. Don't know what else he's going to do. All right. Ooh, what is that? Ooh, what was that? Okay, burn. What was that he put in there? So he played this, which means that if we draw this card, nothing, we can't do anything. Maybe we could exhaust it. Maybe that would work. It's unplayable though, so it can't be played from the hand, but maybe we could exhaust it so we don't have to take that damage. But let's see. Alright, so he's going to attack for 10. That's not bad. We can do 8 block here, and maybe give us a chance of getting a decent card. That'll take us up to 11. Oh, baby! Yep. And he's got the vulnerable, so he's dealing like a ton of damage. Okay. We're almost out of this plated armor. So this plated armor I'm seeing very, very good. Here's the burn. Deal 9, draw 1 card. I kind of want to try this. We would draw 2 cards that could be cheaper. If we get this Rampage, it'd be really nice. Could be cheaper, it could be more expensive. Oh, we got it. Alright. So this one was increased, and this was the same, I believe. Let's see. I'm just gonna take the 2 damage, I guess. It's not the end of the world. This would apply vulnerable, but... I mean, that's pretty good, but we have to get this Rampage going. And then let's do the 5 damage twice. We're gonna take the 6. I mean, could be worse. All right. So I think our plated armor, yeah, our plated armor is gone now. Oh, and this confusion stays. Oh, so everything is randomized. Oh, interesting. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was just for that turn. Oh boy. Yikes. This is free, so that's cool. So we should probably apply the vulnerable for 4. Or I could do headbutt and guarantee that my next card would be perfect strike. And what's he gonna do? He's gonna block and use a buff. Man, this might actually be even better, the Rampage. I think we're actually dealing more damage with this now. And then we have our free one. All right. So that Confuse is a total game changer. Inflame. He's gonna go for 14 damage. He also has 12 block. Man. The Rampage gets through that 12 block. The defend is free. The strike is free. To reduce some of the block. And then I would just go Rampage. Alright, we're doing it! We're doing it! Don't do anything wild, buddy. Man, that clay is so good. And then Perfected Strike. Coming in hot. Guys! That's awesome! I'm so pumped! I'm so pumped. Steroid Potion. Gain 5 strength at the end of your turn. Lose 5 strength. Now, what happens here? Whenever you gain block, deal 3 damage to a random enemy. It's not bad. This turn, your next attack is played twice. Oh, yeah. Or just bludgeon 32 damage. Ooh, that's really nice. But this could combo with a couple of our cards really nicely, too. So, the fact that I'm still gaining cards is interesting. Choose a relic. Snecko Eye. Draw 2 additional cards each turn. Start each combat confused. That could be interesting. So, because we're going through our deck way faster, and some of the cards are going to be cheaper. That's kind of cool. When you would die, heal to 50% your max HP instead. So that's like an Aegis kind of. Potions always drop after combat. I kind of want to go with this. I don't know what happens now. Like, is that a run? Like, am I done or no? Oh, there's multiple acts. What? This is crazy. All right, well, that is Slay the Spire, guys. So now, this is interesting because I don't know. I see it just carries on your 17th floor. I kind of thought you get to the end, you're like, all right, but now I see where the difficulty comes from. Dude, this is awesome. I might have to play this more. And let me know if you guys would be interested in this because this is really cool. So I'd like to know how long the runs go for. I guess I can do a little bit of research there. It's not the end of the world. But yeah, really cool. Man, I'm so glad I checked this out, and I wish I would have checked this out when it released because this is so fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have like basic starter advice, let me know. But this game's available on Steam only, I believe. I'll put links down below. But I hope you guys enjoyed. This is really fun, and hopefully you understood some of the explanations that I was giving. But yeah, thank you guys. We'll see you in the next one. I might make this into like a more serious series that I do regularly because this is really fun, and like the random approach seems super cool. So let me know if you guys are into that, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much. Bye for now.